Exactly as you said, Mousesports are a step ahead because they already had 4 players to that defense before anything really happened. We saw FaZe committing massively into the pit side of the site, and it took them so long to clear the pit that basically didn't allow them to plant, and they didn't allow them to smoke off library side and then isolate the AWPers away from the bomb site or away from angles. So it was really nicely done by Mousesports, and FaZe once again feel like they're missing a few details to really make these plays come together.
Another fast play from AZ and the rest of the team. And because of his flying parkour shenanigans, he manages to get a frag onto Next there. Very unfortunate for Next. Chris J trying to hold things down again. Got plays on short plays in the balcony as well. They could line up. They're not going to. They're going to fire instead. 4 versus 2. And FaZe look good for a 3rd round here. Nico alone with 3 more to find. Never count him out, though. We've seen it time and time again. Thought he took Jacob down, but it's the X-ray. Yeah. So AZ and Jacob heavily tagged, but again, with the AWP, it might not matter so much. Though he is charging with the Tech 9 now. Seems Nico is committed to trying to do something here, or is he? He's got $10,000 in the bank. That is some serious bunny hopping.
That's serious.
That is the most I think I've seen in a professional match. That was absurd. Well, he's trying to kill as many people as possible, and all these players are going to die, Dan. It's that simple.
It's so funny because I actually do wonder what would have happened had he killed JChem with the grenade, because JChem, the nade was spot on and JChem went down to 2 HP. So if he gets that kill, he probably feels like pit is likely going to be clear. So he's going to push in from quad side. And then I wonder if Nico's just going to hit those shots then. Because of course running around, he loses so much time. It's hard for him to play engagements at that point. So yeah, Nico at that point is having fun. Their bank is so good, they don't care. They've already got 11 rounds on the CT side. They are loving this.
Nico full FPL mode.
Yeah, oh yeah.
As Simple said after playing CLG at the major. Well, Mousesports of 3 towards A, all on the short side, or quad, if you will.
But FPL, I do like that.
AZ moving in towards the apps once again, but he won't be as lucky as he was last time. I mean, did that kill where AZ is just flying through the apps? Does that kill give them the opening they need to win the round? If so, doesn't bode well for the rest of the map.
Absolutely, that's essentially the difference. Is that what happened there is that AZ gets a frag so quickly before Mousesports have really set themselves up, or really can get a bearing as to what's going on. So that kind of level of speed can be very, very potent. But as you say, that's not really easily replicable. But this time it looks like just the 1v1s here. The picks are going to be won by FaZe. Again, this is a round for Nico and Dennis to just have some fun, isn't it? I mean, it's the last round of the half. They can just go for it and just, whatever. Just go full FPL. Let's go. Oh.
Well, taken down from the back. Nico now. It's going to be a harder one because he's in a crossfire, but Rain is not going to wait. He's going to give him the 1 versus 1. Nico wants to look at his knife, and that is going to cost him his life.
His life.
Life. Well, I mean, 4 rounds. The thing is, 4 rounds. I almost said Thorin and 4 rounds. 4 rounds is a lot better than 3. It's not just like, oh, it's 1 more round, James. Like, it has a lot more significance because, there is a slight margin for error. Obviously, that would not be ideal for FaZe in this situation, but it gives them. I think it's if you could put their chance in percentages based on rounds and maybe historical data or something, I think it would be a significant jump in percentage versus having 3 rounds going into the CT side. But I'm not enough of a mathematician, Dan, to expand on my nonsense mathematics.
Sure.
I could be a fraud, Dan, but I think I'm going in the right direction.
There used to be a rule where, the casters should never do math, but I mean,
I'm not a stupid caster. I can do maths.
The thing is, like, talking and doing math at the same time can be difficult, James. You're going to trip yourself up. But it's like there will be the tripping up of the players. Moving up Banana here for the CT side as they lose JChem on defense. Immediately falling by the car, and now it's down to Kiyoshima on the sites. He's got a player who's going to be helping him out from construction, but Kiyo needs to get a lot done. And he is doing that. He's got 1 frag, a lot of damage on the second, and that's going to open up Fox for the distraction, allowing the CTs to actually hold the bomb site and take control of the bomb. And Nico is going to get himself a quick kill into AZ there. The full frontal lobotomy. And now it's down to the USP and Nico. No Kevlar, 50 HP. He's got time. And 2 players. Can he get his rain on? Can he get jacked into the matrix here and find a way to win this round? This is going to be tough. Oh, he's trying to bait Fox. Oh, come on, I know you want to peek me. I know you're frag hungry. Come and get me. But it appears that they have discipline, James.
I think Nico has a good read of where the CTs are going to be most of the time, which is why he was so focused on that position. But Fox is refusing to peek, and now Nico's doubting himself. 40 seconds left, though, and he can make it into construction completely undetected here. So now the question is, like, I think Fox can get taken down without being spotted unless he faces as he is doing at the moment. Or the shadows are a problem for Nico.
Yeah.
He probably forgot about his own shadow in that position, because obviously, if he was aware of it, he would probably peak a bit faster. But then, the other problem is there's a fair chance he's going to get double peaked.
I think
surely for the way he wasn't peaked previously. I don't know. It was a bad situation for Nico then.
I think when you start playing with and against very, very good players, two of the biggest things that you almost immediately learn or start to learn is all the pop flash timings, so like all the positions. So you know exactly like when to look away, expect when to look away to not get caught by devastating pop flashes, but also shadows. Those are two nuances that can change everything. Oh, look, Nico. I feel bad for him, man.
Man after my own heart.
It's like face the wall and got sprayed in the back by an SMG. Didn't even see who killed him, James. Didn't even get to look him in the eyes.
Man after my own heart, Dan. Nobody facing angle in mid, so just casually walk into mid. But no one had his back, so he was indeed shot down in the back.
Well, Rain had his back, clearly.
That's also correct.
It's on his wall now.
It's on a meat hook, Dan, in his basement. In Rain's grimy basement.
Wow.
Or like, I don't know.
All the heroes that he slays in the basement.
Flesh in the fridge.
You're saying he's Hannibal?
I didn't say he's eating
or
it.
like Hannibal.
It's just in the fridge.
Just alright, fair enough. For no purpose at all. Actually going to get some challenges here. Obviously one frag made onto Frame. And, with a decent play, you never know. I've got another frag on the P250. Oh, the drop from AZ. It's a little bit tough to get that frag for AZ, so he's going to get taken down in all the kerfuffle, the madness, the craziness. And now it's going to be down to Fox and Jakem on a retake. 2 versus 2. Then it's very low, of course, but the smoke is down to obscure things a little bit. Chris J, he needs to get some kills here. There's the first one. Will he get the distraction for his teammate to get the frag? Oh, no, Dennis couldn't make the frag. He had the opportunity there. It was given to him by Chris J, who picked up 3 frags, but the round will be won by FaZe after all. However, 4 kills and a bomb plant with this much loss bonus. I think they should have more than enough to buy. If not, they're going to force it, I think they would consider forcing it here. It's one of those weird ones because a force buy could get you a really... So there's 2 ways to look at this, right? So by not force buying, you guarantee that you have a really strong buy in the next round, which is good. And if you have this many rounds already in the lead, do you really need to risk force buying and maybe lose a couple rounds to get that advantage of maybe 2 or 3 rounds?
Yeah, they are 5 rounds ahead, but they're also 5 rounds behind, taking it 2-0, and that is a big leap on the T side. So I think that safety is the key.
Yeah, I actually am inclined to agree. I think the safer play here is definitely good.
Yeah, because it's not like they need 2 rounds. If they needed 2 rounds, then maybe you go for a force. But they need 5 rounds.
Yeah, the advantage is a little bit too marginal. It's like it's a nice buffer right now. It gives them some security, and they could just blow it on 1 force buy immediately. So, but again, they know that the buy is going to be a bit weird for FaZe, and indeed they got 2 SMGs and a FAMAS, and no AWP. And here you go. The push comes into top mid. They take some map control away from FaZe, who don't have the information yet, but they're about to find out. Here goes Rain. First player, he was weak. Nico is dead. And where's the response here? There's the double peek. And finally the trade comes in. But 3 versus 4. I think Mousesports have a good opportunity here.
Oh, awkward. Oh, but the P90 comes out, so surely Dennis is going to get fully wrecked. Indeed, he is. Fox down to 9 HP, but he's got the P90, that's for sure. He can throw the P90 down to one of his teammates and take an M4 for it, because that's definitely the gun you want to save.
I like that position as well, like where he's I forget which T player it was, but who was dodging Fox's P90, but he's like, I'm gonna keep dodging so that you waste bullets. Oh god, you still have bullets. Why do you still have bullets? All right, it's the P90. It's just like endless bullets.
Mousesports could have taken down 3 players there. They took down 2, which is fairly reasonable. Chris J coming out on the T side AWP as well.
Nice.
Quite curious to see how this will be used. No AWP onto Fox here, but this is the problem. If Mousesports fail here, then there's a fair chance that FaZe will grab the AWP, and then Fox will be on an AWP instead of a P90. And that's bad news for Mousesports, unless, Dan, they know how to nade the corner.
Yeah, an AWP is actually really, really strong, especially against teams that like to kind of like Astralis, like really love to preserve their grenades as much as possible. Ooh, the tag down to 11. That's really unfortunate for Chris J. That's so annoying because Chris J wants to be able to sit on angles aggressively a little bit.
Goodbye.
And now he's just going to, okay, he's going to get followed up by the grenade. So really nice play from FaZe. That's a big danger out of the round. Although I say that, Nico's going to actually just try to fill the shoes of Chris J and try to get the advantage back with an aim battle. Here we go. Waiting on the angle. This is what Chris J wanted to do. Ooh, Nico's going to go for it. Oh, the flick. Oh, and he doesn't get traded because he's able to just run through the flames. That's a beast play from Nico. I think Chris J would be quite proud.
That is a nutty peak, I must say.
He saw the trajectory of the grenade and he's like, his mind, his brain, James, his brain knew.
He's in the Matrix, Dan. He's Morpheus.
Yeah.
He's not Trinity. Well, Execute coming over towards the B bomb site. There is a crossfire here for the CTs. No counter flashes coming out from the CTs that I can see. The molly coming out late for Fox. And there's doing some work there. Next goes down. And the rest of the players are indeed behind the smoke. And now he rattles off 50 bullets, no less. Dennis takes one in the face. The AWP is not saved after all. The rotation coming in from the CTs takes him away from second mid, where the AWP was. However, Jacob could drop one, but then he'd have no nades. But indeed, Fox has 8 grand in the bank. And he has dropped his weapon, and here it comes, a big green gun. Now, to his defense, yes, he's very susceptible to grenades on the corner, but he also sometimes, very occasionally, but sometimes, goes aggressive car instead and takes that, well, more vulnerable angle. So we'll see what the setup is here. And indeed, he was on the corner, but they're just going to charge him and take him down to Tech 9s. Nico continuing to push. His teammates coming in as well. Jacob is in trouble.
And Nico's picked up the AWP. Oh, it goes down straight away. Matt perhaps didn't realize that he had the AWP. Just wanted to get onto the bomb site. And hey, you've got some deagle kills going on here, but the health is ridiculously low right now for these T's, and they will be all eliminated, it looks like. Next, get anything else out here? Looks like he won't. So the defense is okay, losing 2 players. But as you say, you know, that corner position is vulnerable to a couple of things. It's vulnerable to the pre-nades. It's vulnerable to a
couple things.
It's also vulnerable to the rush because it's hard to fall back from that spot. If players are trying to peek it with rifles or something, okay, that's a different story. But if it's normally pistols, then yeah, you're probably gonna die.
Normally, how they do it is Fox fires a shot, and if he runs away, then Jacob pops. He drops the smoke, and then he moves to cart and keeps aggressive and just goes to spray down when they come in, because it's hard to see him there. So this is the other position I was talking about, closer to the car, even more aggressive for Fox. And he rarely misses the strafing keys. That's a perfect example. Doesn't get away with it though. Jacob a bit too far back. A bit too precautionary there. Yeah,
I mean, off the very classic setup that's old as CS almost is you hear a shot and then you throw the flash, regardless of whether they make the shot, just so that they can get out of harm's way. When I say they, I mean the support player. So Jacob, what?
Next, what are you doing?
Next ran through the smoke.
I think.
Like, oh god, I'm on fire.
He jumped on the sandbags to avoid it, and then he appeared to fall off, and he was in a corner.
Oh my god!
So he couldn't escape.
Oh my god!
Free kill, gratis.
That is not good.
That's bad.
Yeah, Mousesports, they're not having the best luck on their T side, but as you know, as I was alluding to previously, you're going to see a stronger FaZe on the CT side of most maps. I should say, maybe all maps. So I could hesitate.
Well, are we seeing a stronger FaZe, or are we seeing a weaker Mousesports?
As well,
or both?
Exactly. No, yeah, it goes both ways. That's the thing with these two teams. They're both able to better use their individual skill on the CT side. I think it just makes
holding the angles.
Absolutely, you don't have to have as much depth to your strategies.
Don't have to think as much.
And you can respond to information, but you can also choose to be more passive to your responses, and you don't have to take as many risks. Risks can be good if players really know how to interpret information. 20
seconds, and not much information as to the setup, but this is not going to be easy for the T side. The trade's coming in, but they must assume that somebody is over towards pit. It was AZ. AZ is now dead, so we've got a 2-man retake here. FaZe coming out from one from CT and one up mid.
Big kill from Nico. If they don't clear the pit player immediately, the round is over. So that's very important. He does go down to 10 HP though. That's going to make his life very hard. Oh my god, I don't know what's worse. Oh, we'll have to talk about in a second here. The spray comes in from Kiyoshima. He had a teammate right next to him to trade with as well, if that wasn't going to go well. But But yeah, that was quite funny because 10 HP on Nico, he's like trying to push library side or get close to the smoke. That's exactly where his teammate's throwing him on the top. It's pretty nice. So looks like we have a pause coming up. Just a little bit of time as there's once again some connection issues. I think on Chris J this time. So 10-11 right now, and the money is not perfect here for FaZe, despite the fact that they've been doing quite well on their CT side. They've sustained losses on a lot of these rounds where we've just seen just some deagles from Mousesports. So it doesn't look perfect for FaZe, but they're chugging out the rounds, they're churning through them, and Mousesports do look to be struggling, not in exactly the same way as FaZe were, but they are also finding it hard. Like, how can we just get these T rounds? They seem
likely here because I don't see, unless it's just a war of attrition that Mousesports happen to behind Mousesports now. And again, I feel like maybe Mousesports needed the 12-3 round to take it, within a reasonable time. The way things are going, we might. I think 3 maps is probably likely here because I don't see, unless it's just a war of attrition that Mousesports happen to win the coin flip in one situation, which helps them take a round. I don't see how they're going to take 5 rounds.
I think the way that Mousesports win this, I think there's only one way that they win this, and I think that's if they're able to break FaZe's economy and then force a situation where FaZe don't have money for maybe they don't have money for an AWP, but maybe their money is a little bit worse, where they're in this marginal situation where they kind of have to buy, but they don't have enough money for all the grenades. They don't have enough money for the AWPs. That kind of level of economy. If they can put that FaZe into that position, I think Mousesports can win the game, because that's one of those spots from Inferno it can spiral out of control because you can't play the setups that you want to play. Generally speaking, you don't have enough utility to play against the slow rounds of an OKT side, and that's where Mousesports can find a lot more advantages. But right now, FaZe, they're playing just like, well, in some senses, just as good as Mousesports were, where they have all the money in the world. They don't have to worry. They can always have their best, most ideal setups. There's never any hard decisions to make for them on the CT side. So if Mousesports need to create that.
Yeah, well, we will soon see if they do. The unpause should be coming in soon. So again, Mousesports are now 1 round ahead of FaZe. It was 11-4, it's 11-10 now. So yet to win a round on the T side.
Yeah, and that situation I was talking about could be this round where that actually starts to happen for Mousesports, because FaZe only have money on one player. There's one player with 3K and one player with 6K. Everyone else has basically $0 more or less. So if Mousesports can win this round, they can start to send FaZe into the kind of some kind of turmoil economically and force maybe very suboptimal buys, and that's the way in. But they need this round. They really need this round. It has to happen now for them to have a good shout at this map.
We have aggression towards Banana, and Fox is rotated towards the A sites as well. So CT's mixing things up, maybe because of this pause coming in, gives Mousesports some time to talk about a different approach. And it seems that maybe FaZe will try to jump them on that. So Fox holding an aggressive angle towards second mid. Mousesports, though, are being passive, slowing things down. So maybe that's a discussion that has been had while Chris J fixed whatever needed to be fixed. Moving towards the B bomb site now are the T's. You can see Fox going back to his usual bomb site. However, how far will he go? Obviously, can't take up his normal aggressive position. He is crossing to the site now, so they'll have nobody in the CT position. Oh, this is mad cheeky. So he's cleared Banana by himself. Jacob's come in for support though, and indeed he's going to have a similar position to his normal. So sandbags with the Molotov, the flash comes in, but no connection for either side yet. So Mousesports take a bit of map control. The bomb is further back on Banana, so FaZe won't know where the bomb is just yet. There are nades coming in towards Arch as well. So the CTs will be lacking the info. That's going to force Rain back a little bit.
Wow. Fox is still, even just then, he was still trying to play close. It was like 3 times he's trying to almost repeat this angle, where if they just try to push, he just gets wrecked. And JChem is going to fall straight away. Fox is going to fall straight away. There's no defense. It is a shutout. There is one player in construction here for the CTs. Rain is sitting in there, but there's nothing he can really do except just hold on to this real estate. Now FaZe have the decision to make. Just as I said, their economy is in a bad place right now. They need at least 2 people to survive to have an okay buy in the next round. If Mousesports realize this and try to go for the kills and get them, that'd be great. But I don't see that to be too realistic, because FaZe just go immediately for the save. Nico, did he check this? Oh, Nico! Jumping around the corner, able to find that kill. That's a pretty big deal. And now it's going to be just 2 people surviving so far for FaZe. I don't think that the teams will find them. If we just quickly check the money, you'll be able to see the effect here. We can hold down the tab. I guess we can't.
Show me the money.
We'll see it now anyways. So usually I like to add the bonus, James, to prove that I can do math, you know, before we get to this screen. But so you can see right now that the drops are possible. Obviously, Jacob had 6k in the previous round, 3k already on Fox. So Fox can just buy for himself. Jacob can drop 1, and with 2 saved, then you know they're okay. But this is where Mousesports can take control of the match now. Mousesports just need this round. It brings them to 13. That brings FaZe to an eco.
Look how late this
brings Mousesports to 14. And there you go, Mousesports could close it.
That is a hilariously late exit from CT Spawn. From the entire team.
Why don't they punish Fox, James? Why don't they do it? And it's almost like a trigger for you at this point.
The funny thing is they were in T-Spawn for like 15 seconds just swapping weapons around. Yeah. So he wasn't even in the correct spot this time. Some more flashes coming in, but he is just in the middle of nowhere, moving back to a reasonable position now. I love how ruthlessly aggressive Fox is with the AWP.
He doesn't care, does he? He just doesn't care about time.
That is confidence, yeah. It's like, screw you and your team and all your strats and your nades.
Although last round didn't work out too well. It's got completely destroyed.
Of course.
But here you go. Chris J's going to try to challenge him. This is a big moment in this round. Let's see if Chris J can pull it off. Oh, he spots the elbow.
Dirty. Fox was holding the off angle there and shoots him. The elbow again.
Do they call
elbows have been a big problem in this match, Dan.
Orpa's elbow, perhaps?
I think we can.
We can call it Orpa's elbow, where you just get wrecked in the elbow.
So he clearly had a read.
No rehabilitation there, James.
He clearly had a read. Obviously, you know, part of it was he was late out spawn, so maybe he would have had his usual position, but, you know, based on not being fast out spawn, his position was adjusted well.
Yep.
And came out nice. Nico looking to cause problems over towards Arch while the push comes in, but Fox is still the man in charge here towards the B bomb site. 3 kills for him, leaving Nex alone to take down Fox finally. Taken there, it's gonna, I think he shot Nex in the head actually. And Rain will finish him off. So the AWP should be saved for Fox. They can find it, looking for it, can't find it. And they can't buy it either, so that could be quite an impact on this round, considering Fox got 3 kills there.
Yeah, obviously, it's really interesting due to the fact that, but just also that I think Mousesports did realize that the way that Fox plays B is incredible. It can be very risky if you play to essentially counter an AWP who's more or less solo in these spots, which can often allow him a shot, but he can't fall back. Which is typically like the strength of an AWP, is that you find a position where you can always fall back and take the shot, so that if you hit that shot, you're untradeable. That's like one of the biggest strengths of an AWP. But we get more aggression here. They really seem convinced that B is the way to go. I kind of agree with them. Here we see the pop flash going in. It's going to work out well. The spray for J-Chem doesn't happen. And because there's no AWP, James, Fox just can't decimate everyone, and they can actually get in the site here. Brain's going to be wrapping around to construction, but can he do anything?
I'm actually super surprised that they held such aggressive positions with Mir M4s, because the trades are almost, well, they shouldn't go in your favor. In that situation, when the flashes are coming in, you can't do anything. Well, I don't know what Spiddy's doing, but he's dead, Dan. Let's probably better off that way in this round. 3 versus 3 now. CT's coming in for a retake here. Kishima's coming in from CT spawn. We've got a player over towards, I think, Rain's in construction as well. Dennis has nobody answering for his frag. Kishima gets taken down. More trades coming in. Down to the 1 versus 1. Chris behind the fountain can't do it. Seems Dennis was just he was over towards first oranges, got taken down from construction, and no one could answer the frag, and they lost the round.
But Spiddy, that's like one of those spots where maybe I don't know what the hell he's at. He probably thinks, oh god, I hope no one saw that.
That's one of those shows where people send tapes in from home, right? Someone's like,
Jeremy Beadle
at the barbecue and falling into the swimming pool.
Oh my god, Jeremy Beadle was like before YouTube was YouTube.
Yeah.
You send it to Jeremy Beadle on
rest in
VHS.
Peace, Mr. Beadle, yeah.
Your home videos.
I loved that. That was my favourite show.
Was it really?
Yeah, along with Noel's house party.
Oh yeah.
I love that stuff. Anyway, 3-man push now from FaZe on the corner of B. It seems they know nothing except for aggression, and Fox is creeping on the angle. He always gets the frag, Dan. He always gets the frag. And now we have the 2-man spray down coming in. 1 for Jake, 1 for Kiyashima. But things being even up with the Tech 9s. There's so many flashes coming in. FaZe getting wrecked by the flashbangs. Kiyashima, though, makes it back to the site. And he's got a teammate in tow. That's Rain. So FaZe able to hold here.
Do you know what FaZe should do now? Is they should actually just they should do a second mid to quad rush. I think because because FaZe, if they now keep playing, you know, 3 early into B early in the round, because Mousesports have showed that they can and do and will try to rush into banana. And what people rarely do is rush towards A. And if you have 3 in the early timing, thinking it's safe towards banana, and the team rushes A, then you just don't have players in position. That's not the case in this round though, so they can't counter-strat them in that sense, and they're going to play a slow round up mid anyway. But this time, for AZ in the bedrooms, we have more aggressive play in the apartments from FaZe. FaZe in that poor position, and that means that they kind of spread out here on the defense. I wonder if they'll be able to actually hold Mousesports here. Mousesports again exploding onto the bomb site now. Oh, Dennis has a great engagement there. Takes down Kiyoshima. Nico with the UMP, and out of nowhere, Mousesports have the bomb site.
FaZe, Rain is still in the library section. Can't reload in time. Next take him down. So it's Fox versus 3. And he's got $800 in the bank, Dan. What is the play? He is going to have to run away.
Oh, wait. How much does the rest of the team have? Oh.
That's a bit messy, Dan.
Yeah. So, I mean, they just won a round. So if, we just look at the money, we can do the math, the cost of math. Let's go. We can add everything up, James, if we can see the scoreboard. Can we have the scoreboard? There we go. So AZ's going to have 5,400, 50, and everyone else 3K essentially, and 2.5 and 1.7. So they're pretty broke, James. They are in a lot of trouble. But with the AWP, they're probably going to be force buying here, which is scary.
It's really hard to see. Well, this is a difficult situation, isn't it?
It's really,
Let's see how you have 15 seconds to make your decision. Make it fast.
Yeah, they're just going to force buy. I think that's the only option.
I think you have to. Yeah, I think if Fox has an AWP, you got to buy around Fox.
Yeah.
On Inferno, if you're FaZe.
But they know that the T's know he saved the AWP too. So this should be some information. Like Fox is one of those like top AWPers that doesn't actually rotate on this map very much.
Look, Dan. There's 4 of them on banana, Dan. They could use a Molotov at least. They could at least use the Molotov, Dan.
Oh, the flash. They use the flash.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
And they get the frag here. Fox will actually survive. He's not the one that gets abused too heavily. He does lose half his health though, but the rotation is coming in. Oh, there's no rotation from the CTs. They're non-believers right now.
Like, you got this, Fox. You got this.
God.
I like Fox just delaying as much as possible. Nice. But Mousesports are going to have to read that there was a rotation. Indeed, there is eventually one coming in, as Fox does not have any means to counter flash, nade, smoke, anything.
Maybe Fox just...
Oh! Cantona. Sorry.
All right, well, it looks like the push will come in here. And first player's going for the flashes. Fox on the angle. First frag, second frag. Flicks are good. Now Rain appears onto the show, onto the scene, as it's just 2 players there for Mousesports. Christian and Spiddy making their way into the bomb site now. And there's the entry. That's the key one. Just straight up. Although Spiddy will lose the health there. Quite a lot of health, down to 24. And the bomb's in banana, pushing. Christian is pushing with the bomb down banana. Oh, he's going to get taken down mid-range by Max 7.
Dad, what is going on?
They're going to lose the round.
Dad!
What is this? Why didn't he just plant on the, why did he not plant? He could have planted safely there. They had the site. Well, unless they have this crazy suspicion that there's someone in the site still, then you plant there, no?
I don't understand why he wants to check a flank with the bomb.
Well, no, but that's the thing, he must... if you have the bomb, you're not checking a flank. You're going to plant the bomb site elsewhere, surely, because you would not do that. That's completely ridiculous, James.
He lost to Max 7 as well. From range.
Mid-range? What? Oh my god, what a mess. What a goddamn mess. Oh my goodness gracious me. How do you talk about that round? I don't know, I don't know what Chris J was... Okay. How do you explain that? How do you explain that to all the people, all the viewers at home, James, who need answers?
We've got to move on. Fox has got to get into shotgun mode, but he can't fire a single bullet, not gun. Jacob's in construction though, which is really important because if he can hold this, he doesn't even need to push. He's not going to hold it then. So it's a 5 versus 3 now. Only 2 of these players have Kevlar.
Oh god.
Here come the CTs. There's another CT down. They finally got a kill down, but not on one of these Kevlar guys. They are heavily tagged though. It could be death by paper cuts here for the Mousesports side, but it's just AZ versus 4. So Mousesports lose the easy round, Dan, and then they win the hard round.
That's so weird because I'm like, oh, they've lost the match now, or lost the map now, but no, they just. But that's weird because they just walked in there. They just walked in, and it's like in all the previous rounds, FaZe have been so suspicious of really fast B play that they, in some spots, even put 3 players there to play the trades. Maybe not more than some teams would. Some teams actually like to do that quite a lot because they feel like it's a kind of like one of those corners you can cut, which is really safe. But FaZe haven't done it very much, and this time they get really punished for that fact. Mousesports rarely show fast A play, or have not in the. Well, FaZe is doing it, but not Mousesports. But anyway,
how many AWP kills have we seen on the T side for Mousesports? I do wonder.
Not really all that many, I don't think.
Yeah, because I almost wonder if they had like 5 rifles and no snipers, if they'd do better.
Yeah, well, I do like the AWP in theory against FaZe, but we can talk about that a little bit later. We do have the pistol playing out for FaZe in every round, obviously very, very important at this point. We get some flashes in towards our side. Do like that, like some flashes. Blind Kiyoshima, he will die. Thanks to the AK of Chris J. And CTs are going to lose this round, so Mousesports will go to 15. So Mousesports can still make this a 2-map victory.
But will they, Dan?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
But will they?
It's like the spot. So often we've had, recently in a lot of the NA matches, because we've seen such a prevalence in the NA games of teams on force buys just being somehow able to level the disadvantage, or actually no, they don't necessarily level this disadvantage, but their opponents who have the guns do, by playing suboptimally and allowing the pistols to play at much less of a disadvantage than you would expect. And we see all those rounds won a lot more than we should, I think. That's always very scary.
I don't think that Nico should be hunting on his own with the AWP, even though it's Nico. Just in case he gets traded. There are 3 CTs alive.
He's a wild stallion, James. You just gotta let him run free. You can't shackle him down. You can't keep him in captivity. You gotta let him be free.
Like what's that big black horse?
Like what? Like a wild stallion, like I just
Black
said?
Beauty.
Oh, Black Beauty. Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't
A
Black Beauty
specific one.
Okay, a specific stallion.
All I know is
called
horse.
Black Beauty.
All I know is horse, right? I don't know about stallions.
All I know is horse.
The only stallion I know is bloody Rocky. What's his name?
Sylvester Stallone. Sly.
The Italian stallion, right?
Well then, we shall have Mousesports here looking to close out the game against inferior weaponry, looking to take their superior weaponry into the apartments. Perhaps there is a viewing on. Let's see if they can get into this bomb site. They got a bit of a poke up middle as well. So they're really not messing around in this round. They're just setting up for a quick split onto the A bomb site. Spitty straight out there. Oh, he's going to spot the setup there. Just standing on the balcony, just on the fence there, and he's going to be able to get 1 frag. The trades come in right here for Mousesports. They're looking good right now to take the bomb site. 4 versus 2, and FaZe are in trouble, James.
Fox and Jacob, all that remain. Jacob moving through CT spawn at the moment to join his teammate. The smoke goes down. Perfect timing. That is a humongous problem. Seems like they're going to try and use their own smoke as a wall, perhaps. Ooh, bit of a poking going on there from Boiler. So information spotted. What can FaZe really do in this situation next? Is just making a nuisance of himself, coming back down for the 3rd time, leaving Fox alone. Fox unable to do it. Mousesports with a few hiccups.